right, Waiwa. Well, that was an awesome chowder. Thanks again to the cooks and Squamish Nation again for hosting us one more time. And so we have a couple more speakers, a couple of young gentlemen, and then we're going to do the thanks and the gift giving to wrap it up. So without further ado, I will introduce our next speaker, Keyote'kain.
Hi, Chuck. Hot Squire. Chin Quintanoia. Greetings to the day, and I thank you. I'm grateful to you all. My ancestral name is Keyote'kain. My given name is Keetoi, and a surname, Joseph. Just like to thank you all for being present here today and sharing and greeting who we are, where we come from, sharing teachings, good medicine, such good medicine at this moment in time. So many good speakers come up before me, much knowledge from protocol to language. I'd like to share a bit about where I'm at in the state that I'm currently in with my healing journey. 2017, April 6th, I was in a head-on collision on the highway, and I was coming from Lil'wat, and I was asked to teach lacrosse with the youth up there. And on my way back, I was damaged in a head-on collision. Not injured, damaged. I've had to deal with learning to read and write, to build on my comprehension and my mental capacity. And through my background in culture and the teachings that have been handed down to me, I'm very thankful to be able to take those and to be able to have this posture here, to stand up and speak. And it's be mindful to the use of words and how we walk on the land. And I've done my due diligence to come back to my strengths, my culture, the teachings. And you all are like a breath of fresh air and good medicine. To hear your words and to come through and share and be open. Through my journey of healing and learning to read and write, I've had the background in regards to learning English, Squamish, Squamish language. I also have Chinese bloodline. I've also touched upon computer coding and writing HTML code to build templates for websites and web development. So many different languages, and I've had to come to build up my mental capacity to be able to communicate to the best of my abilities. I will do my best to brush upon what I've come across and the knowledge that I've trying to utilize in this moment in time. With all the words and everything that people have shared, with the trials and tribulations and the misconveyance of language and the fraudulent activity and contract law. To give you an example of what I've done in this moment in time, I've vacated my birth certificate. That's a slave bond of 1666, Sesquivi Trust Act. And then I'm learning to write letters and put corporate entities on notice. And I'm struggling with a bit about the math. And I've been focused on the language to learn, so I don't presume and assume and use words that I don't know the definition or the etymology of that word and where those words originate from. I'm learning to forge my way, create my own terms and conditions. And when I've come across, our ancestors back in the day, we didn't have phones, technology at the fingertips, and knowledge right at our fingertips. So there's many ways we can come out of the matrix, I should say, and very important that we come back down to having something on a documentation where we can agree upon and move upon fact-based knowledge with a correct sentence structure, communications, parse, syntax, grammar. This technology is like a mathematical interface, and this technology is copywritten by a chief federal postal court judge, plenipotentiary judge, who handles language on contracts, on documentation. So I'm learning to take control over my documentations, take back my power of attorney with documentation and a correct sentence structure with one word, one meaning per sentence. I've been born and raised here on this reserve, IR, Mission Reserve IR number 1, and lived on and off the reserve. I've been fortunate to travel to New Zealand, France, England, Peru. I like to try to just perform with my own rhythm and dance to my own rhythm. For example, like I'd rather go to this side of the river, catch a nice salmon, cook it, have a good meal with my friends, rather than go on the other side and argue or bicker and argue. But I just wanted to thank you for this moment in time, for coming up, sharing. I'd like to give back your eyes, ears, and heart and mind. Thank you for sharing those with me at this moment in time. And moving forward, love to see you all once again to work together and cooperate. And thank you. Hoicho.
Hoi sit noon. Great. Yes, and definitely this notion of using technology and having an interface with culture is quite a profound way to look at it. Perhaps a lot of people misconstrue one or the other, and that's why we're here today to discuss what it means to be Tsm'syen, what it means to be Squamish, to be of the land. And thank you so much. Great.